Kochie's Business Builders is proudly brought to you by our partners Dell, KPMG and Amex, who are helping small businesses grow.
On Kochie's Business Builders, we help a holiday park in Launceston prepare to welcome back tourists and pivot for the future. An inspiring gift store bringing magic to customers for 26 years. And how to build a successful family business for the long term. G'day and welcome to Kochie's Business Builders. We love sharing inspiring stories and tips from entrepreneurs right across the country. And first up today, we're taking you to Australia's Apple Isle. Yep, Tasmania. We caught up with Bron Wild to find out how Big Four Launceston Holiday Park is preparing for the return of domestic and international travellers.
Our parents did have a holiday park in North Queensland. They owned that premises for 22 years. We were fortunate to be able to grow up working in the park with them. It was enjoyable to see what they were able to achieve in the time they were there. They did a similar thing to what we're aiming for and bought quite a rundown property and transformed it over a period of time. We've probably taken on a little bit bigger project than what they had. Their premises was only 5 acres and we've bought 16 acres right in Launceston city centre here, so we've got a big parcel of land to achieve some big goals. Pre-COVID, we sat down as a family and set up a bit of a master plan of what we were hoping to achieve. We transformed the park from a permanent basis to a tourist holiday park. We rebranded our premises to the Big Four network, so whilst we're still privately owned and operated, we joined our premises into the Big Four network of parks, and we have built 13 new units. I suppose COVID brought about a new market to us that has been really quite successful for us and has managed us to retain our employees and continue on the development journey that we've been on. Pre-2020, on any given year, over 75% of our traffic and our business came from outside of Tasmania's borders. We thought the best way we could address the predicament that we'd been pushed into, I suppose, was that we altered our focus from the tourism sector to more of a corporate market where we chased, I suppose, people that might have been on a work contract for a period of time. We altered all of our tariffs and we changed our focus, changed all our imagery, invested in some local advertising targeting that corporate sector. We're sort of in a position where we've been tracking along quite nicely for the last 7 years, where we've been, had our clear goals of what we were hoping to achieve each year. And then COVID came about and we were then put into a position whether we thought, now do we ride this out or do we continue on the journey we're on? Our biggest fear was that we waste a period of time, which we don't know what that period is yet. We sat down as a group and thought the best way for us to be prepared for what was coming up, what we hope is coming up on our horizon, is to let's continue with the development. At some point, things will return to some level of normal and we want to be able to capitalise that and don't want to look back and go, we sat there for 2 years, yeah, we rode it out, yeah, we survived it, but we want to be ready for that tourism market to bounce back. My biggest bit of advice would be just continuously update your business plan, think outside that box, don't get comfortable and ask lots of questions.
Hi, I'm Michelle Aguilar and I'm the co-founder here at Vapor, and these are my top tech tips. Number 1 is Slack. We swear by Slack here at Vapor. We use it for all of our instant messaging. We keep it really light and easy. So we use the random channel to post memes on as well, just to make sure that everyone's having a laugh during the day while we're in lockdown. But it's also really good for developers to be working together remotely, and also with our team spread across to the UK, we can stay in touch at any point in time. My second tech tip is using things like Strava and Fitbit. So Strava is a really good way to stay in touch with your family and friends, physical health and mental well-being as well, making sure people are getting out for runs, giving them kudos on when they do really good speeds and records. So yeah, just making sure that you're staying up to date with your physical health as well. Hopefully these tips are helpful to you in your business life.
Hello, thanks for watching Kochie's Business Builders. If you've ever done a road trip through northwest Tasmania, you've probably popped in to Rilquare, a unique gift store in the heart of Latrobe. Founded in 1995, Rilquare is a family-owned business that aims to give customers a magical experience. We caught up with the family to find out how their store has continued evolving and delighting customers for 26 years.
Hello, I'm Sylvia Christie and I'm the owner and co-founder of Rilquare. We live in Latrobe and we started our business in 1995. We started off very small as I was the only person employed here, and so I used to run it as a little antique shop, and we decided that we would do things that were different. So even before we started, I actually marbled the walls to make it special. So everything was made, so we made it a bit different with a wow factor, hopefully. And over the years, we tried to keep on adding themes to make it magical. And we grew a family from there, my two daughters, and they grew up in the business.
I just think we're so lucky to have grown up how we did. The shop really grew with us. So as my sister and I grew up, we got into fairies and we had a fairy room all of a sudden in the shop. We got into science and we got into educational toys, and it grew with us, and it was absolutely amazing. I'm a new mother. I've got a 10-month-old baby. His name's Henley, and he comes to work every day with me before he hangs out with Nonna for the day. But that definitely has changed the way I look at life and the business. He absolutely loves it here. I think the shop means so much to Latrobe as a whole, but I think even broader than that, Tasmania, I think that we have touched so many people. We believe it's really important to support small Tasmanian businesses. We have a lot of Tasmanian wine, Tasmanian gin, produce. We do Tasmanian coffee in our cafe. We also do a lot of Tasmanian handmade goods. We love to support Tasmanians. We even have our youngest stockist, who is 13-year-old local, and she makes jewellery, and I just think that's amazing to support a young girl with big dreams.
Look, it's been a love and a passion, and everything that we've done has tried to make people happy, make our staff very interested and creative as well, not just our family. The customers know we're very passionate about our business and excited about our products. Everything we do and all that creativity that we've done, we keep on changing it even now, and it just makes it rewarding for all of us that we can all have an input into how we go about changing things to make it always. So our locals will come in, but not only our locals bring their friends, they bring their mainland relatives, they tell everybody, and so therefore we don't even need to advertise because everyone does our advertising for us. If you make a place impressive enough, people will come far and wide, and that's what's happened to us, and it's just great.
Hi, I'm Sarah, the founder and CEO of Miss Tyler, the fashion app serving up body-relevant content. And these are my tech tips for business success. First of all, Canva is a unicorn of a tool. We don't have a designer on team because we're so lean, but with Canva, we don't need it. It's so quick to pull together assets and create content for social, for our website, for presentations. Secondly, we use Metabase, which is a really powerful data visualization tool that's easy enough for any of us in the team to be able to go in and manipulate data and then visualize it. So we use that to keep track of all our key company KPIs. Those are a few of my top tech tips. Good luck with building your business.
Thanks to the Dell Women's Entrepreneur Network, we take a look at another female founder breaking new ground in the Aussie business landscape. This week, we visit Sarah Liu, whose company, The Dream Collective, is educating global multinationals on the benefits of increasing diversity. I'm joined once again by Dell Technologies Ambassador Jo Burston to tell us more about this amazing Aussie success story.
Thank you, David. Through her equity consultancy business, Sarah Liu identified there are 3 problem areas companies have when it comes to addressing the issues of equality: retaining, attracting, and promoting. We spoke to her to find out how the team at the Dream Collective are helping to educate and change biases in the workplace.
I am Sarah Liu. I'm the founder and the managing director of the Dream Collective. The Dream Collective is a global diversity, equity, and inclusion consultancy. So what that means is that we work with leading technology companies across the world to help them really solve 3 problems. And that's to either help them attract, retain, or advance diverse talent, specifically female talent. When you have lack of diverse representation in the organization, what that means is there's also a lack of innovation. There's a lack of employee engagement because people aren't feeling included to actually bring their true self to work. And we know that both empirically and anecdotally that having higher inclusion in your organization actually leads to a higher rate of innovation, and employees are more likely to give discretionary effort additional to what's required of them. We as businesses need to make sure that our organization, therefore the services and the products that we design and bring out to the market is reflective of the diverse market and the communities that we serve. We actually help them look at how they are positioned in the market as an employer brand. We help them create and curate talent attraction events because we know how to speak to this cohort and this segment of mid-career female talent particularly. Throughout this journey, we've actually propelled more than, 20,000 women into leadership roles over the past couple of years. We've actually helped reshape and increase employee retention and female leadership representation for over 65 organizations in the past 2 years alone. When people ask me about work-life balance, and I actually ask, what is your priority? And does your work life reflect the priorities that you have? I feel a lot of times people feel they're out of balance because their life and their priorities are not in sync. So they're not living a life, and their pace and the pace of their life and the time that they're spending on each thing is actually not reflective of what actually drives and what energizes them. So when people look at me and go, oh my God, Sarah, you work all the time. Aren't you exhausted? I'm like, actually, no, it actually recharges me. It energizes me because my life is reflective of my priority and my value.
Hi, I'm Ronnie Khan, founder and CEO here at Oz Harvest. I believe that every single one of us has the ability to find our purpose, that true meaning for which we have been put on this earth. And we find it by doing the things that we love, by doing the things that make a difference to every single person around us. I know from my very own life how purpose and passion drive every single thing that I do, and the reason that I get up every morning. And what I also know is that people aren't sure where to find their purpose. They think it's over there or they look over there. But I believe every one of us has to look in the mirror, because that's where we find what it is that brings us joy and what it is that we are meant to be doing that not only makes us get up in the morning, but makes a difference to those around us.
Have you ordered overseas products or supplies for your business that have taken longer than usual to arrive? COVID-19 has disrupted global supply chains, putting a strain on local businesses' cash flow. With Aussie businesses spending almost $33.5 billion on imported goods and services in August alone, making sure you can pay and get paid on time and safely is crucial. To find out more, I'm speaking with Jim Brondis, Head of Client Management for Foreign Exchange International Payments at American Express. Jim, thanks for joining us. Now, technology has made it easier than ever for Australian businesses to work with global suppliers. So what are the main considerations we need to take into account when working with these suppliers?
Technology has been a huge enabler for Australian businesses to expand their network and reach internationally. However, As we've seen with the recent supply chain disruptions due to COVID, there are many challenges with uncertain market conditions, workforce shortages and transportation delays. Thankfully, there are tools available to help. Business owners should use technology to check stock levels and ensure product is readily available while avoiding costly stockpiling. Their systems should track orders, manage warehouse and transportation optimization to ensure reliability across the supply chain. And finally, and most critically, access to live and competitive foreign exchange rates to keep costs down when paying international suppliers can help to improve the bottom line. These are just a few tools that can help businesses manage global supply chains.
With the flow of money overseas, it can be hard to know how secure transactions actually are. How can businesses ensure they're making payments in the most secure ways possible?
With so many things for business owners to worry about, making secure international money transfers shouldn't be one keeping them up at night. For added security, American Express protects its clients by investing in technology to ensure their accounts are safe and to detect any unusual activity. Our foreign exchange international payments platform offers dual verification for added protection against fraud. And with over 150 years as a global leader in foreign currency solutions, businesses can have peace of mind by locking in an exchange rate today for a future transfer of up to 12 months in advance. This helps to remove some of the uncertainty when dealing with volatile exchange rates, lock in supply costs, and improve the bottom line.
What if you need to pay a supplier that doesn't accept a credit card?
The payment industry is evolving very rapidly, and it's hard for business owners and decision makers to keep up. We've developed a solution known as American Express Access Line, where they can register and enrol to pay suppliers in over 110 different currencies, virtually anywhere in the world, even if they don't accept card payment. American Express Access Line is built for business, a smart cash flow management tool that offers safe and secure way to pay suppliers on an American Express Platinum business card. Cardholders may also be able to negotiate early payment discounts with suppliers. So businesses should think about leveraging a corporate card program that's built for business to manage their global supply chain.
Jim, thanks so much for your time.
My pleasure.
Did you know family businesses make up nearly 70% of all of Australia's organisations? Keeping it in the family is incredibly special, but it also comes with its own unique challenges. How are you going to keep that family legacy alive long into the future? What kind of planning do you need to be thinking about 5, 10, 15 years before you retire? This week for Ask Kochie, I have a question from a family business from Roselle in Sydney.
Hi, my name's John. My family and I own Roselle Fruit Shop. We're a family business who've been doing this for 31 years. Our question is, what forward planning do we need to think about to ensure our business stays in the family for years to come?
To help me answer this question, I'm joined by Robin Langsford from KPMG, a partner of Family and Private Business. Robin, what's the secret to setting up a family business for the long term?
Thanks, Kochie. KPMG have been doing family business surveys for almost 20 years, and there's 2 to 3 consistent themes that emerge to make a family business really successful. The first one would be entrepreneurial orientation. The second one would be diversity. And the third one would be engaging in a successful transition of the business to the next generation.
OK, let's focus on that, because very few go from one generation to the other successfully, do they? So say you build up a great business, none of the kids want to be involved, they don't want to touch it, or they have a different view of the business. How do you handle that?
Yeah, that's the number one question, isn't it? So with any group of individuals, there are always divergent views. But when it comes to a family business and what does that look like in the next generation, it's a much more significant event. Therefore, you can understand why the challenge of negotiating that decision is quite fraught with conflict and can be quite challenging. And a consistent theme that emerges in the KPMG family business surveys is that those families who do it well are the ones who engage in proactive and open communication and really leverage and look to maintain the social, emotional capital of the family.
Is it important to bring in a third party as sort of almost leadership diversity in senior positions with a family business?
Yeah, so diversity, I think with family businesses, you can look at it in three ways. That external lens is really important, so either through the C-suite role or through a non-executive director, that's really valuable. Then there's also the piece that I love about family businesses where you can actually get, you know, the three generations potentially sitting around the table together. You've got your 80 or 90-year-old who's lived through a world war. You've got the current generation running the business, and then potentially you've got a Gen Z there, the future consumer mindset that can be putting insights forward as well. And that's a really special competitive advantage, I think, that family businesses have. And then there's the diversity piece as well, where I think women and having leadership positions in a family business have lagged a little bit behind the corporate sector, so really empowering and resourcing and equipping women in family business to step up and have a seat at the table as well, as I think is really important.
Some great advice. I can almost feel everyone watching at home going, hey, that's me. I've been thinking about that. Take the first step. You've got to do it. All right, good to see you.
Thanks for having me, Kochie.
Just some great insights there from Robin, and that's our show for today. I hope we've been able to help you on your business journey. If there's an issue your business is currently grappling with, why not visit our Facebook page and send in a question to Ask Kochie. I would love to hear from you. Enjoy the rest of your week, and I'll see you at the same time next week.